Let's add some color to the edges of this colorful notebook. Here's how I do this. I'm going to add some acrylic paint to a paper plate and dab some onto my stencil brush. You don't want it globbed on, so be sure to tap off any excess. Now there are 60 pages in my notebook, so I'm dividing it into 6 sections of 10. But you can do more or less or do the whole thing in one color. I also like using binder clips to help hold the pages tightly together, or you can just hold it by hand. When I add the paint, I just work in small sections and dab the paint on. Then I adjust the clips as I work around the notebook. So you might be wondering if you actually need to use a stencil brush or if any brush will do. So I have a couple thoughts on that. I find the stencil brush works best because the bristles are firm enough to handle the constant tapping on the edges of the notebook. And I think with a softer or finer brush, the hairs on the brush may slip onto the pages and transfer paint more easily than a stencil brush would. But in all fairness, I don't know much about painting, so do whatever you think is best. Once the notebook is dry, I separate the pages, which is oddly satisfying. So if you have a book with like 300 pages in it, it's going to take a while, but I'm sure it'll look really good. And here is what my notebook looks like.